Cammy Must Die opens with the spinning cube, and you know what that means. You're in England! But seriously, the episode opens with Guile sneaking into MI5 headquarters. And I know it's Guile because those eyes don't fool me. They can only belong to Billy Guile. After narrowly sneaking around the building that transforms between cuts, he scorpion spears his way up the side of the building. And just so we're clear, I didn't edit that to be funny either. That's the sound they used in the cartoon. It's literally scorpion spear. And that sound effect is used liberally for the rest of the series run. Like, once I heard it in this episode, I felt like I heard it at least once in every single episode after. Inside, Guile steals Cammy's personnel file to give us a bit of a recap and set up today's episode, since we haven't really revisited this plot in like 5 episodes. The short of it is this: is Cammy actually a double agent, or is she just being brainwashed by Bison? A photo in her file of her and Bison from before her time in Delta Red seems to suggest the former. There's also reports of her last known whereabouts being in Calcutta, and worse, MI5 issued orders to have her
terminated.
Okay, hold on there. 2 things. First, I get that this is a cartoon, and you need to really make your points clear, but having a big dumb terminate stamp on your picture of Cammy might be a little too much. Just think for a second that this implies that there's some office nerd in MI5 and somewhere on their desk is a huge fuck off terminate stamp that they occasionally need to break out from time to time. How many people are MI5 assassinating that someone in the office decided they needed to expense a terminate stamp to save a few seconds? Friggin' Christ. And secondly, who in the blue hell is this supposed to be? Who's this rando doing off-the-books Black Ops with Guile?
It's just you and me, Honda. We've got to save Cammy.
Oh. Just Honda with a beard. Okay, I buy that, I guess. But what I don't really buy is Honda being Guile's go-to guy for something like this. Like, we've had Honda in previous episodes, but he's always just kind of been hacker guy, and we've never really spent any significant amount of time with him, let alone enough time to establish that Guile would trust Honda and only Honda with something like this over all of the other Street Fighters. Like, I know this is going to sound incredibly biased coming from me, but this would have been a great spot for T-Hawk. He's close to Guile and definitely doesn't have any qualms about getting himself involved in some questionable activities such as this. Plus, you know, more T-Hawk. He's not like the other Street Fighters.
I'm not like the other Street Fighters.
Either way, Guile and Honda are off to Calcutta to hopefully find Cammy before Delta Red does. Meanwhile, Delta Red finds Cammy and cartoon-exclusive Shadaloo henchman La Lupa breaking into a museum to steal some statue. Lady Deadpool over here is some kind of cyborg apparently based on the same technology as Rory. She's got, like, stretchy fingers.
Don't make us do something we'd all regret.
The only ones who will regret this meeting are you!
This is the second Deadpool design Shadaloo has ripped off, if you remember Death Watch from Chun-Li, which was also coincidentally a Delta Red episode. Anyways, Cammy sends La Lupa ahead with their loot so she can face her old team alone. That was probably a mistake. Cammy's good, but she's not going to beat all 3 of them. Even with Rory preoccupied with La Lupa, she's caught in a pretty tough spot relatively quickly.
I have my orders, Cammy. I will terminate you with extreme prejudice.
And then Guile happens.
Sonic Boom!
You missed, Celia. Bet I can do better.
So he sonic booms Celia in the back, which leaves her open so that Cammy can just friggin' shoot her. Not your best work, Billy. Not your best work. But yeah, with Honda and Guile on the scene, Cammy's still dramatically outnumbered, and another escape attempt is thwarted by Celia with a stiff kick to the head.
Come on, blast you! Get up! It's time finally finish this!
And that seems to loosen whatever brainwashing Bison might have had on her?
Celia, what happened, love? Where's the warehouse?
Nah, just kidding. She faked it just to lure them all into a trap.
Hey? What's this then?
Looks like an arena?
Excellent, Celia. An arena it is.
I knew it! You are still in league with Bison.
Meanwhile, Bison's still nursing his wounds from Cammy and the Bachelor. We learn that this heist La Lupa and Cammy pulled off was for a mystical Kali statue that can apparently be manipulated to speed up the healing process and grant Bison with some extraordinary power, but he explains it the same way as your aunt that's a little too into healing crystals and aligning your chakra.
Then, once I arrange its power crystals in the proper configuration, let the healing begin.
With the Kali statue delivered into the hands of Bison, La Lupa joins the fray with a pack of cyborg wolves, and Guile manages to escape the trap room to pursue Cammy. Big schmoz follows. Guile's finally accepted that he has to fight Cammy, but it doesn't go very well for him. A devastating cannon drill leaves Guile wedged into a stone wall so that he might be easily taunted.
Cannon drill kick!
Unfortunately, their gloating only gave him the strength to hulk up and bust out of that wall, the debris knocking Cammy out. Back in the trap room, the rest of the gang faces La Lupa and her cyber wolves. It got off to a bit of a rough start for Honda and Delta Red, but they eventually triumphed. Rory got a lot of focus on this part of the episode as he was paired off against La Lupa. In the end, he proved that he was the superior cyborg, but he did lose an arm in the process, so La Lupa definitely got some good hits in. That just leaves Bison versus Guile, Titan against Titan. Except, not really. Bison even plainly states, "Look brah, you're hurt, I'm hurt, this is gonna suck, but let's do this." And they do. It doesn't last very long though. Guile hits him with a flash kick, Bison responds in kind by using the Kali statue to make his escape with Cammy, leaving Guile to just make the same empty declarations he's been making all season about, saving people and stuff.
We're going to find him and end this madness once and for all.
He's not very good at this. Next time on Street Fighter. So remember earlier in the episode I was talking about your psycho aunt that's way into crystals and chakra? Well, we got Rose in this episode. It's the Flame and the Rose.
We await your return, warrior.